It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the AFC North. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers under the lights on Monday night.
EA Sports and the National Football League welcome you to Acrisure Stadium here in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So good to be with you. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here. Greg, as we look at this matchup, I'm looking around here in this crowd. They're so fired up for this one. What's it like when you come on the road and you've got a hostile environment you need to take care of?
You know, I always liked it. I always thought it added to the element of bringing some energy and bringing some juice, especially in pregame. But once that ball's kicked off, you want to settle this crowd down as fast as you can, especially on offense. Take them out of it. Get them back on their chairs, sitting on their hands. The more energy you give them, the more noise, it does make it a little less efficient to operate, especially on offense. So come out fast, come out furious, and see if you can take this crowd out right from the jump.
Here's Evan McPherson. And off we go from the Steel City. On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
Let's not forget, Mike, not too long ago, Russell Wilson was not only the face and one of the top superstars of the NFL, he was a bona fide Hall of Fame quarterback. So the talent and the resume, it's still there. He puts together one of those vintage performances we've seen throughout the years. This team's going to be hard to beat.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Najee Harris. And he's going to be dropped behind the line. Terrific push defensively. They came out of the locker room ready to go.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll run. This is Jalen Warren. He'll work forward for a couple. It is Logan Wilson up to make the play. In danger of an opening 3 and out, they face 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got his man. It's Pickens. A gain of 16 yards. Good for a Steeler first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
They go play action with Wilson. That is caught downfield by Pickens. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
That's pulled in. Najee Harris.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Second and a yard. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He's got it inside the 5. He is in. George Pickens. Touchdown, Steelers. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. The kick is good, and the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. And they're led by the #1 overall pick in 2021. National champion at LSU, it's Joe Burrow.
We're looking at one of the most gifted quarterbacks in the league. And really, Mike, it's not just post-snap with the arm talent and the ability to make every throw, but it's even what he's able to do before the ball is snapped. He's one of the smartest quarterbacks in the league. Remember, coming off an injury-shortened season just a year ago, he's looking to prove he's still an elite quarterback in the NFL.
They'll run it for the first time with Case Brown. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. Patrick Queen, the linebacker. They're on the tackle. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Perfectly timed blitz there by the linebacker. Remember, when you go empty backfield, there's no extra protection. All you have is the 5 offensive linemen. It could be feast or famine, but in this case, when you time it right, man, there is no back there to help protect the quarterback, and he comes away with the sack.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
What did this defensive play caller tell us all week, Mike? They wanted to come out and set the tone of this game, dictate the terms of how this game would be played. And, man, through the first drive here, boy, have they ever.
The Bengals out and ready to punt. Calvin Austin deep for the Steelers. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Steelers offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Harris. He'll push forward for about a yard. It is Logan Wilson up to make the play. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run straight ahead with Warren. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Russ. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass. is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
On fourth down, here's Cameron Johnston to punt for Pittsburgh. To return is Williams. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Bengals offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Burrow now. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down. So we've played one quarter here on a Monday night. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back to the Steel City after this. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Burrow. He'll find Andre Yosibas. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
On the ground, it's Brown. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards with Deshaun Elliott on the tackle. Third and a yard. They go play action for Burrow. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds.
Automatic first down.
On first down, Burrow. You'll find Brown out of the backfield. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Burrow to throw. The throw on the run is complete. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Third and long. Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. He's got it at about the 8. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball, winning on...
Good blocking, and he's in. Chase Brown, touchdown Bengals.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Patterson now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down. From the gun, it's Wilson. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but...
And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials indicating, let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. So the official upstairs and the replay center in New York get the second look, and indeed this call will be overturned. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
On third down, here's Wilson. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Now Russ. Off-balance throw. It's complete. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Here's Wilson to throw. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. To throw again is Wilson. That is hauled in at the 5. And he will get into the end zone. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. You can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Steelers will move out to a 14-7 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return starts from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bengals offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. To throw is Burrow. He's got the hookup to Mike Gesicki.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball on a well-timed route.
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Gesicki, the man in motion. Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. So we have reached halftime with these two teams separated by a touchdown. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports halftime report. The Steelers got a solid performance in that first half from their veteran QB, Russell Wilson. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bengals offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll run here with Brown. And he's got a Bengals first down. He'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Burrow now to throw on first down. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. A carry here for Brown.
Simple play to call, but complex to execute. A toss play is beautiful, Mike, when a team hits it like they just did. We can see why they're a fan in the toss. Healthy game, and they pick up the first down.
1st and 10. Here's Brown. He'll take this down to the 47 with Deshaun Elliott on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow here on 2nd down. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Passing right side, and Chase has it. They gain 18 yards on that one. It's a Cincinnati first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That's complete. It's Josibach. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
That's into the hands of Gesicki. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Mike Gesicki. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. Takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
McPherson now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Bengals will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece. The score as this one's away. Patterson now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with 1st down. They go play action with Wilson. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
We've seen a little bit of a transformation across the defensive tackle position. And what I mean, Mike, is years ago, they were on the interior of the line to stuff the run. They were big bodies taking up space. Now, not only do you have to defend the run, you have to be able to win one-on-one matchups and get to the quarterback.
He'll tuck it and take off.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the 1st down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback, just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Harris. A pickup there of 19 yards. That's a Steeler 1st down.
In today's game, Mike, we're so used to seeing everyone go for quarterback sneak in this situation. 3rd and inches, just let your quarterback kind of barrel forward and get a fresh set of downs. But a nice change up here, giving the ball to your back. Not only does he pick up the 1st down, but he gets plenty of yards after that.
And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. give up the middle to Harris. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Another run here with Harris. And he's close to the first down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up 3rd down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Out of the gun, here's Russ. And that is incomplete. Mike Williams, the one he was looking for. And it's going to be 4th down.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
So they lead by 3 here in this 4th quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Bengals offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. That's to his big tight end, Gesicki. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In 4th quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
A 1st down throw for Burrow. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. 23 yards on that pass play. And the Bengals going to have a 1st down.
Here in the 4th quarter, you just can't predict how many possessions you have left, so you can't let any of them go to waste. So far, this has been a fantastic drive. It's a drive that they desperately needed. They continue to throw the ball like that. They got a chance to take a late lead here in the 4th quarter.
On 1st down, Burrow. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll come up for 2nd and 9. Brown And the Bengals are going to have it first and goal. He'll take this one down to about the 3-yard line.
Wow, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop it.
They'll try to run this one in. This defense backed up but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game. And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. 4th quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Steelers' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. This game level following the made field goal. So they need to put something together here. It begins with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That ball intercepted. That's the linebacker, Logan Wilson. And he won't be able to take it all the way in, but that is a great return, and they are set up 1st and goal.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. And what a break in a tie game late. They'll start here, 1st and goal. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll run. Marked down at the 6. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. Clock shows 50 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Second down, goal to go. They'll run here. And he got half of what he needed from the 6 to the 3. This crowd doing everything they can before 3rd and goal. They'll stick to the ground. No place to run there. Good job by the D to stop him at the 2. So out now, Evan McPherson in a big spot. This a potential game winner. This kick is good. And they take the lead in the final minute of this game.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. Now an opening past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. Steelers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Russ. A pass taken in by Harris. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Here we go. One final play. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So this one, a win for the visiting Bengals. They took this one down to the wire. The late field goal does the trick. And they walk away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.